would have expected to have heard about the dragon.
Ron, anything?
Did you see an increase of enthusiasm for science? I mean, that's really the bottom line on it is, did you?
I have. I know that I've tried to really reach out to a lot of the students and incorporate and bring in a lot of real world relevance, and that definitely has made a difference, you know, even in a lot of these new projects that engage students. They've really seen it, at least in my classroom, they're very excited. And, you know, we've all had days, I think, where we've brought in people from the community into our classrooms to help bring in a lot more real world relevance. So I would say so. And we had a lot of 6th grade girls who attended the, what was the specific name of it? But it was just a day, a conference to get girls psyched about science and technology day. And we had a pretty good turnout. So I would say there's definitely an increase that I've seen, at least throughout the year, in the students I've had.
You don't hear, why do I have to learn science anymore? Because they're actually seeing how it relates to the world and their community, and they know why they have to learn about it.
This year, we added a second science club, too. We have a club called SET that meets in the morning, and we had to add a second advisor because we had so many children.
Excellent.
Is that,
No,
say the one that was held in Exeter? Is that the one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Steve?
My wife is the one who helps run that.
If you want to be on the school board, you're going to have to run. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Guess he told you, huh?
Just two questions.
You're
One,
up in March, are you, Steve?
why did the state shuffle this all up?
There was a big change in attitudes towards science, where in the past a lot of, especially the elementary, middle school sciences involved a great deal of memorization of facts, vocabulary, had moved a little bit away from hands-on, and so the shift was back to inquiry. So the elementary schools got topics that they could actually touch, smell, feel, very sensory. The middle school sort of has a blend of those two. But the emphasis is definitely on the real-world application and inquiry, so that was one major factor in there. And then certain topics seem to lend themselves, to use Rachel's word of tease, seem to do that better together, like the sound and light piece in 6th grade. We didn't have both of those together, so they kind of moved those around as well. But I think it was basically based on this then attitude towards inquiry.
Well, in relation to attitude, the ability to motivate, and excitement, if the superintendent had to pay you guys, he couldn't afford it. Thank you very much for working here.
Thank you all very much. I knew when I walked in this evening I was not as smart as a 5th grader. I now know I'm not as smart as a 6th, 7th, or 8th grader. So when we get to the high school, maybe I stand a shot, but not so far. Thank you all very, very much. It's obvious you love your work. So thank you.
These are the fun years of science, too.
Yeah, the whole dragon thing is just like dynamite.
I know.
And let's see, we shall move to Mr. Blunt. Science